When you were born with a connectivity to God. And somewhere along the lines, maybe it was just a little bitty kink, just like that little kink right here. Maybe that's the kink in your life. But this kink hinders you from getting from where you are to the face of Christ. And you say, Gwen, I'm not really a worshiper. I'm not really the kind of person that enjoys worshiping. I'm not the kind of person that does that kind of thing. Listen, guys, everybody worships something. Everyone that's here tonight, you were born with this connectivity to worship. This created listen, God created us to be worshipers. God created us to worship something. You say, I'm not a worshiper. Does everybody got that? Does anybody here? And I'm not asking you to raise your hand. Maybe you're saying, I'm not a worshiper, Dwayne. I don't do the whole Christian thing. I don't do the singing thing. I don't do the song thing. Listen, and I'm trying to get through to you. Whether this is your worship thing or whether it's something else, everybody in this room worships something. You say, Wayne, what determines what we worship? How do you know that I'm a worshiper? Because worship is at the top of your value system. See, whatever you hold, number uno in your life, right here, you've got a list in your mind of what's important to you. If you was to think, maybe some of you it's football, maybe it's the Xbox or the PlayStation 3, or maybe your whole life, your lifeline. The number one thing is making mom and dad just proud. I'm going to make my bed every day. I'm going to eat all my Wheaties. I'm going to do everything for God. I mean, for my parents. And you know, my parents ain't just loving my mom and dad. That's number one in my life. I don't know if that's number one. And maybe it's, well, I'm going to make him, man, he's going to be mine. You know, or maybe she is just so fine. You know, she just broke my heart and just melted. And it just, she's mine. And maybe you got this girl or this guy, and that's what's number one on your list. But if you can list the top 10 things, now spiritually speaking, here's what we're doing. Oh, God's number one in my life. But listen, if God's number one in your life, that's what you worship. Whatever is number one in your life, whatever is number one on that pedestal, whatever is number one on your list of priorities, on your value system, that is what you worship. And get this, when Satan attacks you, when Satan attacks me, you know what he attacks? He attacks our value system. He attacks what we value, what we cherish, what we love, what we honor, and what we hold dear the most. Satan is always going to attack you at your value system, and everybody worships. Everybody say it with me. Everybody worships. You're a worshiper. I'm a worshiper. Listen, worship is all about value, and our value system determines what we value most, and what we value most is what we worship. Did y'all catch that? I'm in Madison, right? What county is this? Morgan County. It's like Morbid County. It's not morbid, is it? I live in Scranton County, man. We got cows that we ride to and from work, and I know y'all a little bit more city-fied than we are, so y'all got a better education system here, right? Y'all ain't following me, are you? You with me? Tammy's like, I came from Scranton County. I know. I got tired of riding Betsy back and forth. All right, so here we go. This is what we worship. Guys, I want you to think in your mind, what is it that you worship?